Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. So I had not uploaded for a week, but I am back. So today I have actually got a really cool video for you guys. Today we will be working with the YouTube API, and we will be creating a website which will kind of be where what we can do is we can kind of put in your channel ID, and you will get a list of all the videos as well as the number of videos on your channel. Then we will have another kind of web page on the website which will kind of where you can just put in your channel name and it will just show up some data of your channel. So it's going to be pretty cool. Now what I want you to do is go up to Google Cloud and just set up your project. Now it's actually quite lengthy process and I'm not going to be going over it. As you can see with these graphs, I've actually been playing around with it, so we can see that there are a few spikes over here. I have called the API request a few times and I'm not really running a bunch of errors. Alright, whatever. So I've created this one project called YouTube Access API. I actually opened up these million tabs. I needed them. So let me just close all of them. I'll just keep this one tab open because I think we will need it. Now I want to tell you guys one thing: do not use any of my API keys, client secrets, anything. The reason being, if you use it, I will see a spike on my graph which will show that somebody is actually currently using my API keys. So please don't do anything like that, anything malicious with it, because it can actually I can basically just shut down the project, and all of your projects using that API key will be shut down, and you can actually be like you don't want to do that. Please, so take the time, just go up to Google and search how to create a new YouTube API project. It will take you like 10 to 15 minutes. It's a little bit of a lengthy process, but once you will be done with it, you will be able to actually write code. You will also need to just install a Python package of the Google Python client. It will show you in the project creation process. So just do that. So now we will be using Flask for this. So from Flask I will go ahead and import Flask. And also if you want to get this main.py file code, basically what you want to do is there are a few like even in the YouTube API documentation, you will get this code showing up, and this channel videos and stuff, some of these things you have to insert of your own channel, because otherwise you will get all of the videos of my channel. So I will tell you where you need to put in your channel's credentials. So you want to do that. Now you don't want, if you actually post this code up on GitHub, you will want to create a .env file or something, a file like that, a file where you will be storing all of the I would say all of your API keys and all of that stuff. And you do not want to include that file inside of your GitHub repository, because it can actually lead to a lot of errors. So if you are storing it in a variable, the API key is in a variable, then what you want to do is you want to just make the variable equal to your API key, and you want to just upload it like that. So what the person can do is that he can just change it to the API key that he has received. And now what I'm just going to be doing is just making this really long import. I don't really know what that is. Now the reason why I'm not showing you the top of the file, because I have all of my API keys and client secrets over there. So first we will go ahead and create the application, the Flask app. The app is equals to Flask. Okay, so Flask underscore name underscore. Now I've already have a Flask tutorial on my channel, so you can pretty much just copy that, use that. If underscore name underscore equals to underscore main underscore app dot run debug equals to true. Okay, so now what I'm going to be doing is in this video I will just be copy pasting some code for the front end. Like I will write the code, but for the sign up page, the sign in page, I'm sorry, we will just be using so sign in page with HTML example. Okay, let's just use this one because like here's the thing, we can just pretty much just let's see. Okay, it looks good. We have a good sign-in page on it. So basically what we will be doing, I don't want to show any notifications. Alright, I'm pretty much just going to be taking this. I have created this thing called sign-in page.html and paste it right over here. Now we will be changing some of the things. We will just get rid of this. We will get rid of this and change login to sign in, and that. Alright, there we go. So one last thing that we want to do is we want that as soon as we kind of like do that, we want to go action to slash main. I think that's what we need to do. I'm not that sure, but we will see. So making the sign in page. Also, special thanks to javapoint.com. They really helped me out with this. So def sign in, and what we are just going to be doing is returning a render template of sign in page.html. So sign underscore in underscore page.html, and basically now what we just do is we just give it a route. So we just type out @app.route. We are just basically decorating the function. We are giving it a decorator. Now decorators are kind of advanced Python stuff, but for this part what it does is it routes the page. That's not what decorators do. Basically it's a little bit different than this, but just for the sake of this video I'm not really going to be going into them. So let's just go up to the port, and there we go. We have this thing, student login form. Now I'm going to be changing some of the things here and there. So I will just go to sign in page.html and change student login form to login into. Now actually let's just change this to sign into. Now I don't know what I'm going to be naming this app. Let us name it YT data. Let's just name it that. Head on to Google Chrome, reload the page, sign in into YT data, and I think we need that. So we get this, and let's see what happens when we click sign in. There we go. So what I can now basically I will do is I will give it some methods. So what I will do is just assign it that we want that this thing should have a bunch of methods. It should have a get request, and it should also be sending a post request. And what we can basically do over here is we can go to the form and we can give it a method of post. So basically whenever we are submitting this form, it should send a post request. Alright, now let's see why it isn't working. Okay, I get it. I have spelled methods incorrectly. Methods. Okay. Now what I will do is here and python webpage.py, and it will basically just set up our website again, reload the page, and now it will be working. Alright, so we can sign in into YT data. We have the username and the password, and I'll sign in. Okay, alright. So that is actually what we wanted. Since we have not created any route for the main page, this is what we wanted to be shown, and that's actually pretty cool. So currently, as you can see, we are having a beautiful web page now. In case if you are wondering what the password is, it's just 1234 or something like that. You don't really need to care. We can just use any of them. You can see how good our website actually looks. Now I know some CSS Pro might just make this look a lot better, but I am going to be leaving the front end to you. We are just going to be looking at the back end of the website, the infrastructure. So let's just create the main page. Making the main page. Also, this code of the main.py, I think I've said it, will be on the YouTube API page. It will be really similar to this. I've just modified some of it and taken it from some videos here and there. So yeah. So I want to thank Corey Schaefer. I have taken a lot of the code from his channel, some of the code, because it was needed, and I absolutely did not know how to write that. So yeah, thank you to Corey Schaefer. He has an awesome YouTube channel, and it's also there in his YouTube API playlist. So check it out. So def main, and we are just going to be returning a render underscore template. The render template will be of index.html, and then we can just decorate it with app.route, and we can just say slash main. Now you need to make that equal to what you have specified over here, because otherwise it will just show you that same error. And now I'm just going to be going up to index.html, taking in the boilerplate code, and now when I sign in, okay, method not allowed. Now over here in the main file, we also need to be giving it access to these methods. Only then it will work. Let's try it out again. Method not allowed. Why isn't it allowing? Okay, it's sending a post request. I don't know why it's not working. It is sending a post request, and we have allowed a post method. Should be working, I guess. Alright, let's just try it out again. Test, and I'm just being in the password also. Test password. Login, and there we go. It's working now. We have this document and the web page. So that's pretty cool. I actually was thinking why it wasn't actually working. So now we have this really basic sign in page, and here I'm just going to be making the main page. Now here's the thing, the main page will be having like two forms. One where the person will be able to add the channel ID and get all of the list of the videos of the person's channel, and another part will be where the person can pretty much enter the name of any YouTube channel, and it will just show up some basic data about the channel, like what are the total views, what are the subscriber count. And in some channels it actually does not work. I think like it's because the channels are not that well known. In my channel it's still not working. I don't know why. I always add coding made easy, but it doesn't work. Maybe it's like some you have to have a designated number of subscribers or something. Like I tried it out on some YouTubers like Centdex and Cody Schaefer, and also tried it out on a lot of like YouTubers with above like 100,000 subscribers, and it worked on their channels. My channel it did not work, but yeah, whatever. So you obviously need to spell the channel name correctly. That's something that I want to say. So I'm just going to say it to main page. Alright, so here in the body, what I want to do is make a center tag. And first of all, I really just like sans serif. Like obviously Comic Sans and other things are good, but I don't like the basic Arial font that it provides us. So I will just be using something like sans serif. Alright, so as you can see over here also they have used sans serif. It's pretty cool. I like it. So what I will do basically is I will just provide a style, and what I want to do is to give the body a font family or sans serif. So we can pretty much just copy that and paste it here. So we have a h1 tag, and we can just say enter the channel data and get the desired results. Pretty cool. Reload the page. Change your password. It's okay. Update password. So you will be getting some stuff like that. Change your password. Change your password. It's not that great and stuff. Don't worry. That's because that's all. It all happens just because, like now we aren't really adding like anything like security, but don't really change it. It doesn't really matter. That's the reason that they basically are showing you that is just because you pretty much are currently using a very simple password, and nobody can breach anything right now since we are running on you haven't really deployed it. Even if you click on this logo, okay, I don't know why. Alright, so we get this thing, enter the channel data and get the desired results. Pretty cool. And now we will be having a form, and the form will be enter your channel ID and get all of the list of the videos and the total videos of your channel. So I have tried it out. Let me actually show you one. It is actually pretty cool. So our web page. Okay, no. So in webpage.py, as you can see, actually not webpage.py, made.py. So I will need to create a new window. Really hate that because it kind of messes up the resolution. cd to desktop / python, and I will also run ls cd desktop. Okay, I'm already running it in python. That's cool. So YT, I'll just change it to YT API projects and CLAR, and when I just run main.py, you'll see what happens. So it takes a second. It isn't instantaneous since it's Python, and you can see it grabs all of my videos and tells you have 61 videos on your YouTube channel. Pretty cool. Alright, so that's what we are going to be doing. It's pretty basic. That's what we will be working on. So in index.html, now that we have done that, I'm just going to be adding a few BR tags. I really am bad at HTML. I probably will see some HTML pro who will be able to do this in a much better way, but it's okay. So first we will be having an input tag, and this input tag will be basically the place where the person will be able to enter the channel ID. Don't worry, we will add a label for the person. So I will just close my main.py file currently, and now what I will do is I will basically go down. Okay, we have a label and then we have an input. Cool. So what I will do is I will add a label to my form and say enter your channel ID. Alright, so reload the page and we get this enter your channel ID. Let me actually go to my slash. Currently sign in. Okay. Alright, so we get into your channel ID and input tag. Now the input also needs to be having a placeholder. So the placeholder is basically like a hint. If you don't know what the hint is, it's an Android app development. That's like the hint is basically like the thing like that shows up before you enter anything. Enter your channel ID. Pretty basic, and we get that showing up. And now I will just style the input. So I will just give it a class of channel ID Okay, and I will copy that, paste it here, and pretty much just use that CSS that I had for the input. So the input is type text and the name is username, and obviously we need to give it a name. I don't know how I forgot that. So name will be of just say channel ID INP, same name. Now this will be used to actually like get the data. Now I'm not really going to be explaining that. I have the Wikipedia tutorial and all that stuff on my YouTube channel already. So let's have a look. Let's have a look. Input type text, input type data. So, alright. Okay, I think this is the styling. I might be wrong. Let's just use that. Reload the page, and okay, that's pretty much that is the thing. Now I think there will also be some styling for the label. No, there is it. Enter your channel ID. We can enter the channel ID, and now what I will basically have is just a p tag where I will basically display the starts of YouTube. Okay, so oh yeah, I will just add a BR, another BR. I think I'm just going to be making it BR. Alright, and then just a p tag. Now this p tag will be showing some Python code embedded in HTML. I will show you. So the list of your channel videos is and a BR, and then with underscore list. Alright, there we go. Now I think before doing this project I did not know this it will actually be this long. Like I think we have been programming for quite a while, so I won't make this like a super long tutorial. Maybe I will do it as a 2-part. So yeah, just wanted to give a heads up. Alright, so now that we have done that, we kind of have a p tag and stuff all over the UI setup. So what I will do is just go to my main page and just print out that if we are sending a post request, so if request dot method equals to post, which currently we aren't sending. Currently we are just sending get request unless and until when we are logging in. So what we need to do is we need to give the form a post request method, because otherwise we will just be sending the get request, which is not a good thing since we will never be able to access the data inside of the input field, which is what we want to actually do. So when what we do is we just have a print request dot for. That whenever you want to send a post request, you obviously need a form. So yeah. So enter your channel ID. So I was just gonna putting in something like test and click on enter. Okay. Let me share test. And now let me just head on over here. So there we go, pretty cool. So we have channel ID and B all showing up, which is an immutable dictionary. Now let's try out some else. So let's just say other text, and we get other tests all showing up, and that is actually what we wanted. Okay, so that's pretty cool. So now what we want to do is we want to store the immutable dictionary inside of a variable, and then we can access that as a string. As a string, and then we can just put in the API stuff that we have over here in the main.py file, and we can just put it over there. and we will be able to get it. And that is pretty much it, and we will be showing up our channel data. It's actually really simple. Yeah, so now try it out on your own. Pause the video if you cannot. I'm right here. What I'll do is just put it in a variable. I'll just do request.form, and now I'll grab the things out of it. So the first thing that I will be needing is, I think, yeah, the input field. So let's see what we want to name it. Let's just say channel ID inp is equals to a string, and from the string we want to grab the web page, and in the web page we want to get anything in the dictionary with the ID of this, the name actually. Okay, and now what I can do is, if I go ahead and print it out, we can print it out over here. I'll just get rid of this and go up to Google Chrome, continue. So now we are just going to be getting redirected to the main page. Okay, let me actually get rid of this. So now we are on the main page again. We can enter any channel ID. So 40, and when I head on to my terminal, we get QWERTY popping up, and that is literally what we want. So if you are following till now, then it's pretty good, and you will now just be able to do everything, unless and until you get an error in the YouTube part. Now this is pretty cool. So now I'm just going to be copy pasting this stuff around the web page. Basically just paste it. And now this is a problem, since I need to check the indentation, but it's okay. So tab, yeah, that much. So now what we will have is, on entering any channel ID, we will be able to do it. Okay, but we currently are just doing it on this ID, right? So over here you just want to change one thing. Okay, just one thing. Now currently we are accepting a channel ID, but we want to accept the channel ID INP. So what I will do is, I will basically get rid of this parameter and just add channel ID INP. So you can just go global. Now I know people are like, don't add global variables to your program, it's not that good, but in certain areas you have to do it, and if you don't, it will basically just break your code. So don't do it, like, you will be needing it. Now you can actually do it in another way, but it's okay. Actually, you know what, let me actually do it in the better way, because I think that if I do it in this way, I know it's not the best way. I know, like, people are always like, don't add global variables, so don't worry, let's get rid of all the global variables and we still won't have broken the code. Alright, so let me grab my channel ID. Now this is where you would want to be having your channel ID, because otherwise you will be shown the data, like what my channel has, all of the videos of my channel and not your channel. Like, if you are okay with it, I don't know. So now, as you can see over here, I get all of the data of my channel. Pretty good. So that's where you would want to put something of your channel, and if you, yeah, so whatever. So what do we want to do now? Now I'm just going to be going over here again, and now we just want to basically show everything. So what are we showing? So yeah, showing up the video. For every video we are printing it out. Alright, so what we can do is, we can now this is something a little bit tricky, since currently we have this video variable. So instead of printing it out, what I will do is, I will basically just go here and just name it something like video underscore title is equals to that. So so now this is something that you will have to think it out and edit it. So I will copy that, and over here in index.html we just take vid list, and you basically what you want to do is over here we need to pass it as a parameter, and the thing will be equal to the not vid list, obviously it will be equal to video title. Alright, there we go. So once you do that, just go over here, enter your video ID. No. Okay. Okay, now that's bad. Now since we are running a single paragraph tag, it will just show up like one video. So I don't know any way around it. I don't think there is any way around it. So instead of that, let's just print out the number of videos. So number of bits is equals to. Let's just do that. No, controls. You have 61 videos on your YouTube channel. And the number of bits on your YT channel are. Now I think I will need another one of these. I think this is pretty much it for this whole video, and I don't think I will have another one, but it's okay. So you can pretty much now figure out how you can get the channel data by yourself. It is literally, you will just need to go to the YouTube API documentation and copy paste the code over there. You won't really need to write any code by yourself. Okay, channel ID INP. Okay, it isn't really much of an error. It won't really show up in your thing. It's just because we haven't really entered the channel ID and it's okay. So that is it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. It is pretty cool how we can make such awesome projects with Python and APIs. So if you haven't really understood how APIs work, and like this isn't really much of an API, because in an API you need to pass the JSON data a lot, and it is a little bit messy. Now since Google is such a big tech company, and even YouTube, it basically just strips away all of that hard work from us. Like if you're actually going to be using like YouTube, Spotify, Google and APIs like that, you are going to be getting a lot of really clean data. Now I will have a video in a future video. I will actually do this with a really, I would say, bad API. Like when I say bad, I mean like not that clean. I will make a video on how you can like get information on Bitcoin prices, not just Bitcoin, cryptocurrency prices. And I had actually worked with that API, and it wasn't the best. Like it was actually really good, but the problem I was facing with it was that it was showing me it was like, it was pretty much what it would do is it would have a huge list. It would just have like a millions of lines of JSON, and that wasn't really a pleasant experience. So I will have a video where I kind of go over that part of APIs. So that's it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you want some YouTube API tutorials, comment down below. This API is actually a little bit complicated. It was really difficult for even me to wrap my head around it. So if you want a tutorial, definitely comment down below, and I will work my way and make a video tutorial series or tutorial, I don't know, on this. So that is it for today. I hope that you enjoyed, and I will see you in another YouTube video.